What's the shark movie? Deep Blue Sea that got his arm bitten off, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no. Dude, you know the full deal with that movie. He was supposed to be a much bigger character in that film, and he like set up basically the way it was. They could only afford him for like that one scene.
That scene traumatized. Like, you know, we joked about Jaws. That one scene in Deep Blue Sea bothers me more than Jaws.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't like dismemberment in shark movies because there's no lightsabers gonna cut your hand off
in real life.
Not but a shark.
Yes.
Let's see. Anthony Scioli says tag scene should have been before the credits. Best end. I agree. Luckily, we can easily edit. You don't need a good editor. You could literally cut out the credits, put that scene together, and make your own kind of Spider-Man. So when the 4K version releases on digital, I think I'll cut my own ending to Spider-Man.
Really?
It's not going to be hard. You know, editors are okay. They don't really matter too much. Yeah.
No, really, really good editors can do really, really good things.
Sometimes they take too much time and
sometimes
they fucking ruin it.
No, that wasn't a really good editor, though. No, really, really talented editors can do incredible things. Like, you should check out LA Cheesesteak Reviews because I have an incredible editor, and he takes 30-something minutes of rambling, of me and my friends rambling, and turns into a tight-ass episode, just like Jeff's butthole.
That's a compliment.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. It's because you don't get fucked in the butt a lot, as we discussed at the beginning of this stream. Callback.
It's full circle. The circle's now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Now you're the ball of the type of.
That is. I bet you there's going to be like a stupid super chat in the next stream about that.
Probably. You mean on this stream?
Yeah. Well, folks, here's the thing. I'm not going away. I know we got people that love us and that want more world-class bullshitters, more mindless entertainment. Hi. So if you're slick, what you want to do is this is a dual stream. Currently, I am live streaming on Jesse Milestone's channel as we speak. Hi, everybody. So as soon as I get the link together, because for some reason the Wi-Fi sucks here.
It has only enough energy to stream one thing, not to load the Book of Faces.
Ooh, you got some interesting super chats.
I already have 3 super chats.
One of them's from a boy, Logan Michael. He is probably... Logan Michael, when I'm in your neck of the woods, we're going to hang out, have a cream soda because you're not old enough to drink, and we're going to talk about Batman '89 toys. So there you go. Let me drop this link in the chat right now. I'd like everybody to join us in the avant-garde of the new aesthetic and help out Jesse Milestone get 1 million views on a video one day. That can happen.
Oh, yay. It will happen.
I got my first 1 million viewed video when I was close to your number, seriously. So let's make it happen. So, folks, right there in the chat, Salvador, what's up, man? Good talking to you. Salvador is going to be on my channel on July 10th, which is next Wednesday. So, folks, I'm also going to have more in-depth streams, one-on-one. Won't be on camera due to my arrangement, but if anyone ever wondered...
his face.
Yeah, I'm actually okay with my face.
I like my face a lot.
I need to like my teeth, no cavities.
I like my eye.
That's probably the best feature. But anyway, we'll talk off air about that.
You see my butt, don't worry.
Anyway, folks.
In pants. Let me clarify. In pants. Inside of pants.
And other things. We're in pants. Anyway, we'll talk later.
And behind skirts.
Anyway.
Why else have you seen my butt?
Can we say it on air? No, you don't.
Say it. Well, once you shut your sound read, you can say it on my stream. That's fine.
I can say it on my stream too.
Okay, whatever.
The boobs popped out when you're. Never mind. Anyway, so folks, we'll do that.
And other things was not my butt. And other things, well, you saw my. When did my tits pop out?
Did I get you Friday or Thursday?
Friday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
You were fucked up. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching.
Was that like sleeping or was that like?
No, it was wide awake. We were talking. Anyway.
Did I just like take off my shirt?
Folks, we will be back next time with more Hero World Class Bullshitters. I'm going to do a more coherent review. Jesse and I are here on location. We're having a great time.
We are. We're going to finish this. We're going to finish this conversation on my stream.
We are going to her stream to finish the conversation right now. So I'm not going anywhere. The link is in the chat. Join us. I'm going to post it again. Tons of people here. Show Jessie some love. Make sure you subscribe to her channel all the time. She puts out great content. And I'll be back next time with more. So as always, be excellent to each other.
Bruh.
Anyway, now we're on this other
Now
channel.
we're just here. Okay, so let's address these super chats. Kermit the Log, thank you. You're a bro. I love you. Kermit's a great dude.
You keep moving. Okay, anyway.
I mean, the microphone is irrelevant unless you plug it into my...
But it was in frame.
Oh, ew.
I mean, did you want that?
I want to write that.
So anyway, folks.
Giant talking fuzz. All right, we're going to change it. We're going to fix your light, too. Boom! Light fixed.
Cool.
See? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at this light.
You are talented. We
Turns
have
out
this
I
talk, right?
accidentally set up the light for my stream and not yours. It's just the way the room works.
Oh, thank you, Shimuli Garos.
Logan, Michael, and Funko Pops! Pop gay. Apparently you hate the gays because you hate Funko Pops and you keep calling them gay.
He doesn't hate the gays. He's a very considerate
Hates
human
the
being.
gays. He's just saying it right now, hates the
Funko
gays.
Pops.
But he called them gay on my other stream
He
too.
called them happy.
Oh, okay. Well, then he doesn't hate them as much as he thinks he does. Anthony Scioli. Wait, I missed one. Whoa, I missed a fucking holy shit.
You
What
don't
happened?
know.
What happened when I wasn't looking?
Hold on.
Anthony Scioli, IMDb says the movie Far From Home was shot in 8K. Well, that's just pointless. The human eye can't even perceive 4K. So
I want
to
to see Zendaya in 16K. So I can
Oh.
puke 16,000 pixels worth. Wait, isn't that 16 million? No, it's 16,000 lines of resolution. So how many pixels?
Who gives a shit? The human eye can't perceive it. It's
I
pointless.
want to puke that many times.
Pointless. Can't perceive. Lethal Lightning. Tennis girls are underrated. Okay. Tennis is a dumb sport.
No,
I
it's not.
don't know what you're talking about.
I was watching women's beach volleyball when you were gone today.
How does that have anything to do with tennis? That's women's beach volleyball. It's not
It's
tennis.
a sport.
Okay.
Okay.
Nefarious Technology. Thank you. You're louder here than on World Class Bullshitters channel because I'm loud. Love you guys. By the way, Jeff, I watched you guys before Jesse. Reasonable. But yeah, we're regular here now. Woo! Thanks to the Chicago meetup. Thank you, Nefarious Technology.
I guess we met because
Either that or you just watched your stream and met me through that stream on there and things.
I just don't know where we were not hanging out meeting fans in Chicago. We were pretty much like you, me, Anna, and the guys. We all hit it off.
Oh, Bruce Lombardo.
There we
Jesse,
go.
big love for you to the great state of Texas. Love me some Texas. Love me some Texas.
We were having that barbecue talk earlier.
We were. Texas is fun. Well, okay.
Jesse kind of
looks like Carrie Kelly from DKR.
take that as a compliment. You know what it is?
Accepted. No.
It's Robin. In The Dark Knight Rises, Batman has a female Robin, and she kind of takes care of him and saves his life. She's cool.
Okay. I'm down.
You should request your listeners to get you the glasses. Because you have the haircut already, and you
Okay.
kind of look like her.
Give me
Cool.
these glasses. Macy Van Dusen. Jesse, welcome back. Missed you. I missed you too, Macy. It's good to be back. I want to say something in regards to the Funko Pop. Speaking of gay, this beer, super gay. Jeff picked it out. I like it. Super gay beer.
I guess it makes you happy.
It does. No, it makes me homosexual. Thank you. See, because that's the thing is, for me, it's a gay beer because this beer makes me like women. Because it.
That's why I bought it, because I like women.
Mm-hmm. Claustoric says, just transitioned from Jeff's channel. You're so clever.
Hey, give respect to Claustoric.
That was respect.
It's a good dude.
I respect people through sarcasm. Logan, Michael, and Funko Pop once again.
I don't hate you.
I know I'm
That's okay.
but Pop gay.
I don't have any hate for gay people, but Pop's gay.
I think okay. Thank you for translating.
I just wanted to read it all.
That's what it said. I don't have any hate for gay people, but Pop gay.
There you go. Why am I reading your super chats? It's your responsibility.
Yeah, I'm reading them too.
Okay. Anyway.
Gunnar Renee.
That's another one of my listeners.
Some studies show the eye can perceive 4K, but I still wish they would focus on higher frame rate than just resolution. That's a very good point, actually.
I don't know if I like higher frame rate, to be honest, because I hate when you watch like sports with the refresh rate.
Higher frame rate is kind of creepy. That's what I think. Frame rate. The problem with frame rate is the reason they chose the frame. Changing the frame rate does not necessarily change your positive experience of listening. It just that's the whole thing. The reason why old movies look so weird is because the frame rate was wrong. The frame rate they've chosen is the frame rate that looks most like human movement. And that's what they chose. It looks the most like real-time movement because your frame rate is just how many frames per second you're showing. Now, if you want to show more frames per second, you can do that with animation by drawing more frames per second, but showing more frames per second from what you capture, live action, all that does is make people go faster, or rather, maybe go faster.
Because it's 24 frames per second, right?
Yes. Anthony Shelley says Dark Knight Returns comic by Frank Miller.
Did I say Dark Knight Rises by mistake?
You did.
I meant to say Dark Knight Returns.
Because I was confused because I was like, wasn't that the name of a movie? I guess it's also a comic.
No, I made a mistake. Yeah, Dark Knight Returns. You got to read it. It's basically the inspiration for Batman '89 with the darker grim Batman. Because for decades it was always Adam West, Biff, Pam, Zaki.
Obi-Wan, thank you for super chat. I'm still incredibly bitter about the redheaded hate. Yes, I love redheads. My girlfriend is a redhead. When Z was in Denmark, are you gender neutral now? I saw no African mermaids there. Yeah. Reasonable. Are there? Yeah.
Are there African mermaids?
I don't know. Probably.
Captain Phillips fought them. I'm a mermaid now.
I'm Superman. Oh, I missed the captain.
Isn't he coming over later? No, she's coming over.
We're probably hanging out with her later. We'll find
Let's
her.
be honest,
We'll
we're
find
probably
her.
not going to make it to that place.
We're making it. We'll
I
find
don't
out.
think we are.
Find out when it closes.
Okay.
Yeah. True. My best friend's a mermaid. Madam Kelly. She's a mermaid.
That's your best friend?
Yeah, Madam Kelly. We have Logan, Michael, and Michael Pops. Seriously though, Pop gay. Okay.
Dude,
I get it.
He's giving you money. Just say thank you.
Pop is gay.
Yeah, the soda.
Calm down. This is my channel now, Jeffrey.
These are my listeners.
We will do things on my channel, and they will choose if they want to stay or not, because I will not change everything about myself to please your listeners. They will decide for themselves whether they like
You have
all of this.
More than double what was watching on your last stream. Just a minute.
That's great. I'm still not going to change who I... Okay, remember I spent 8 years being somebody I wasn't to please other people, and I just finished doing that, and I've had to drink myself into oblivion for 6 days?
Anyway, we have until 10 o'clock. So
in order?
You might call your friends. It's going to take
All
more
right.
than 2 hours.
It's going to what?
I mean, don't you want to spend more than an hour eating?
How much? We need 2 hours for eating?
Well...
Do we need an hour and a half for eating?
Preferably, yeah.
I think an hour and a half is plenty of eating time.
Okay.
I say.
It's the autobahn.
I'll figure this out. Calm down. I don't. This is a thing. People on the internet are like, "Oh, I love you, Jesse. All that." You are fucking right. I am me. I'm not going to change for anybody.
I know.
Calm
you
down.
don't have to read.
Apparently, I do. Apparently, I do.
No, you don't.
Kermit the Log. Disney has gingivitis. Guess so. Terrible because pun, but still love you, Kermit. Nefarious Technology. I was the guy in the Chiefs jersey, Jesse. Oh! And myself and a couple others were talking football was the night. Yes. Okay. Yes, I do remember this because
That wasn't our show 77.
Because sports ball. Because I sports ball. Anyway, no. I'm not gonna. View. I'm sorry. If you thought I was gonna do backflips, please, your listeners.
I clearly don't. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Come on, let's just keep the stream going. We're supposed to have Spider-Man.
Sorry, no. But we also had to finish the story about when you saw my tits because.
Yeah, just when you were waking up that morning.
Where were my tits?
On your body.
Like, what was I wearing?
Did
I not make it into pajamas that night?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what I was
You were
wearing
really
on Friday.
messy. Never mind. Do you want to talk about the puking blood?
Yeah, no, we did that. That happened.
Yeah.
Mary Mayhem is here. What's up, Mary Mayhem? You're a doll. I love you.
She is great. I was on her 1,000 subscriber stream. So check her out, folks. Go listen to that video. It was a lot of fun.
on her best shenanigans stream ever, and it was the best because I was there. Blackout nudity for the win. No, I was asleep. Asleep nudity.
No,
it's different.
We're walking.
When was I walking with tits out?
Anyway, read your super chat.
I'm really confused about when my tits were out when I was walking.
I know what you're really. Never mind. You read it. It's your channel.
Logan Michael and I Funko House is my real name. Isn't Logan Michael. I had to change it online due to Funko hunting me down.
I've gotten letters from you and stuff at the PO box. I know your real name, Logan.
Don't dox Logan. I wasn't blacked out that night. I was just browned out.
Browning out is fun.
Browning out is great. I do it sometimes. My real name is not Kermit Log. I also know Kermit's real name.
You know what? You tell me Kermit's off air, I'll tell you Logan Michael's off air.
I respect Kermit too much.
I respect Logan Michael enough.
No, apparently not. He was going to trade your information. That's how much Jeff likes you.
I have your address.
Yeah, Jeff. That's how much Jeff respects you. He's just gonna trade your personal information for Kermit's personal information for some reason.
I don't know who Kermit the Log is. I don't think he listens to it.
Really? Oh, sorry. He's awesome. He's the shit. No, he follows one of my friends on Twitter now, who's also on one of my live streams, and now like he's her favorite person because he's cool. Gunnar Renee. Silent movies had variable frame rates. The projectionist could choose the speed or follow instructions of the director, but try high frame rates sometime. Okay. I'm trying to fix our light because my computer's camera sucks, so it's fine. Also, there was a point where you had to crank it, and you had to crank at the same speed the whole time, otherwise it was bad. Why are you making faces?
I'm mocking you.
Okay. It's not a face I make. Learn what mocking is and then do it better. Obi-Wan says, Jeff, you have my address. Come hang out. Well,
I will. You're one of the few people that I would actually go
please just show up at his house one day.
At his?
Yeah, just show up at Obi-Wan's house.
He doesn't live too far from you, actually.
Don't show up at my house. I don't want you there.
I don't want to hang out with you there, but he lives not too far from me.
Lies. My real name is Allosaurus fragilis. Good name. Nasty. Oh, it's a fencing bruise. I fenced a jerky left-handed fencer who doesn't know how to control his body, and he smacked me really hard with the arm, and now I have a bruise from sword fighting. Back to okay. Unacceptable villainy. Unacceptable villainy.
Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, correct?
Yes. The whole, and I said this while you're not actually, or while you're on the phone. One of the full things is you have to consider where we're coming from. Is all of the years of buildup, and then we're getting a situation where it's like we don't actually have the villain. The villain doesn't start to develop until 25 minutes into the film.
And he's not even a real villain.
He's not, which is sad because it's like, after doing so well with villain motivation. So well with villain motivation for the entirety of the MCU until Captain Marvel.
Entirety? Let's be honest.
Bad villain. What is a bad villain?
Okay, well, let's start. We had
in terms of motivation, not execution, motivation.
I thought Emil Blonsky in the Incredible Hulk, second Marvel film in the MCU. I thought his character was a little lame.
Okay.
Then we go
starting with Iron Man.
That's what I did. Iron Man. I thought Obadiah Stane was fantastic.
He was great.
I love Jeff.
Sorry, he was in that Incredible Hulk was after that.
Yeah, because remember, Iron Man's technically in that movie.
Yeah, no, I know. He's supposed to.
And you know what? Those actually came out in the same month, depending on where you lived. You could have seen those both in there.
Because they were so close together. That was like, that movie's not like it's part of it, but it's not really. It's part of the story, but it's not really part of the story.
I like that movie though quite a bit.
It's fine. I have no problem with it. I also fucking love.
So on my 20th birthday, I went and bought the DVD because it was like the release date, and I spent my whole day watching the Hulk. I was so
like over and over again, or your day was 2 hours long.
I literally only lived 2 hours that day.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
They were actually supposed to release a Spider-Man video game that day, but it got pushed back and they didn't announce it publicly.
You just had to watch the Hulk on repeat.
I was honestly upset, and I bought Saints Row 2 instead.
Logan Michael currently working on.
Wait, could you just repeat that for me?
Yeah. Okay. Currently working on a Batman lot for Jeff Popke.
You are awesome.
I also just like how he's now become who was it? Was it Cicero, who ended every oration with Carthage must burn? In
the car, I actually have one of his packages still. We should check out what it is when we go to dinner.
Zoe B31, thank you for the super chat. Anthony Scioli, be sure to check out the new movie Poisoned State. Thank you.
I haven't heard of that. I'm gonna look that up real quick while you're reading super chats.
I'm done with super
chats. Okay, so I'm done looking.
Who are your other shitty bad motivation Marvel villains?
Okay, so let me just start at the beginning. We're just talking MCU strictly, correct? Are we doing all Marvel
No.
MCU? Okay, so Iron Man was good. Iron Man 2. He had better motivation because he was trying to.
The motivation was fine.
Father and Justin Hammer. I know Justin Hammer gets shit on.
Yeah.
But I thought that worked. So then we're in Thor. Is the third one or fourth one? Loki was just. His motivation was good.
Loki is the second best villain in the entire MCU.
Captain America had Red Skull. That was a pretty good villain. Mm-hmm. So then we jump to Avengers, and Loki again's the bad guy. I like it. Iron Man 3. I think he has better motivation than Jake Gyllenhaal because Tony Stark wronged him.
Yeah.
He became whatever the extremis. So then it goes 2013. Was there only one MCU film in 2013, right? Didn't it go Iron Man 3 and then it jumped to Guardian? No, it jumped to Captain America Civil War.
Yes.
Okay, I thought Captain America Civil War, Alexander Pierce was a great villain.
Yeah.
I loved that because that was very realistic in terms of whatever. Fun. We had Guardians. Mm-hmm. Was Thanos really technically the villain? I thought Ronan the Accuser was the villain.
Sure.
And I thought he was kind of weak overall.
Yeah, reasonable.
He's the first super lame villain.
Yeah.
No, we forgot Thor the Dark World. That's November. That movie has a shit villain. Malekith the Dark Elf.
Yeah, well,
that movie's forgettable. Even though I love Kat Dennings.
I forgot everything about it until we started talking about it. The Dark Elf. Okay, so bad villain. Well, motivation. What was his motivation?
To get the ether, right? Which was essentially an Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
So that's a Thanos motivation.
That's a fine motivation. That's an acceptable because it's the power motivation. Again, that's an execution issue more so than a motivation issue. Because again, and you can enjoy some things from because of the motivation makes up for some of the execution. And so okay, I can accept a standard level because when you're like, I'm after an Infinity Stone. Okay, you're a basic power hungry villain who wants the power to have the things. I can accept that. What?
Don't do this. I'll show you off there because it's gonna make you scream. No, don't let it.
Thunder Robot says,
Yeah,
"What are your
Thunder
thoughts on the
Robots.
second post?
That's the dude that made me that custom Axel Foley figure I was telling you about. Yeah.
Nice. Very, very cool. Let's table the table. We'll go back to our villain discussion because we do. This is where because it's kind of where we left off from yours. Theirs was
Yes.
the second post credits. So second post credit is Scrolls in Space. Nick Fury is actually getting drunk
Hold on.
in space.
So we actually didn't make this point on my stream. The Nick Fury and Maria Hill that you thought were Nick Fury and Maria Hill were the Skrulls from Captain Marvel the entire film.
Which I didn't like. I didn't like that. I didn't like
love
that.
Ben Mendelsohn, but I didn't like that.
I like Mendelsohn too, but because there were so many classic Nick Fury moments, like the drone in front of him getting shot while he doesn't fucking flinch.
Yeah.
Was a great Nick Fury moment, and it feels cheap when you have some of these classic Nick Fury moments taken away. Like also the one at the game where he's like, oh, you're gonna just go to, you're not gonna come to Berlin or to Prague. You're gonna go to Paris with your friends. Okay, you do that. Like all of those moments are cheapened by the fact that it was never Nick Fury.
But the bitch you've been to space part was pretty awesome.
That was that. But again, that was a great line.
That was one of the best lines.
Bitch, you've been to or bitch, please.
Yeah.
You've been to space. Bitch, please. But again, that's such a Nick Fury line. And so all of those classic Nick Fury lines are so cheapened because technically it wasn't Nick Fury. So,
but
that's a problem for me.
Anthony Schiele.
Yeah, they show that. I can't believe they wasted Doctor Who in the Dark World.
Yeah, Eccleston. I like Christopher Eccleston quite a bit.
Chris Eccleston is a delight.
Now, what did you think about Christopher Eccleston in G.I. Joe? Because I thought the movie was just shit. He was what is it?
Which G.I. Joe was he?
The first one, Zartan.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Don't watch it then. Just ignore my question.
The only reason it was $5 movie night on a Tuesday, and my friend and I were going to go to the movies together just to see one, and there was nothing else good playing. Because we always went on $5 movie night, so we chose one of the G.I. Joe movies because we were like, well, Channing Tatum's hot, we'll watch it. It's the one where he dies in the first 10 minutes.
The second one with The Rock.
Sure, he dies in like the first 10 minutes of that movie, and he's not in the rest of it, and it's a terrible movie.
The second one because he plays Duke.
Sure, and then everything's ruined. Klaus Storix says, what do y'all think about the MCU movies after Endgame being 5+ years? Plus, I am weak to Moonshine, quarter way through, and I'm feeling good. I'm not sure what that sentence means.
It means that he's off work. He's a quarter way through a bottle of moonshine. He's feeling good, having a good time, celebrating America, and he wants to know, what do we think of the MCU's being set 5 years?
I figured about that sentence. I was about to say.
I worked my way backwards.
Editing the sentence.
If you couldn't understand 2/3, I thought I'd just give you the whole thing.
It was one sentence. I said one. I didn't read that sentence.
But it's broken up into thirds.
I chose to articulate myself to tell you the thing I meant. So thank you.
Anyway. Thank you, Paul Stork. Feel free to just at her and just call her terrible names, like Fugbug.
Here's the fun thing. Fugbug is not a terrible name. Fugbug is an excellent name. Also, side note, remember when Fugbug said bequeath the other night?
Yeah, she meant to say bequeath, but
she
said
bequeath.
Yeah.
I started giggling when you said bequeath in your live stream.
Because you're thinking of bequeath.
Because of bequeath. No, fun fact is all of your listeners can hate me and go away, and my core listeners will still be here, all like 60 of them, and tell me how much they love me. And that's fine. That's enough. Fugbug! Thank you, Kate. Jeremy. Skrulls, yeah, Skrulls everywhere. Nick Fury's in space, hanging out with Skrulls, getting drunk. Guess who's not there? Captain Marvel. Thank fucking God. Hashtag Jeff Slatey. Thanks, Orbital 1970 Goat.
That's what I do.
New thing.
Did you see somebody said we're a great duo? Name
a
better duo. Name a better duo.
Name
Not in the Phantom
one.
Menace.
Name one.
Because
in the entire world.
The High Council requires 3.
That's a triad.
Yeah. Or a trio, if you will.
Or a 3-way.
Not on this planet.
In this situation, okay, in the High Council situation, how does that 3-way work out?
It doesn't.
No, it does. It's 100%.
We respectfully shake hands and we walk off.
This is how it works. This is how it works. Jeremy.
Just make fun of Jeremy.
I'm trying to decide if he's okay. I can't decide. This is for you guys to decide, listeners. Is Jeremy sucking off Ethan while Jeff fucks him in the butt, or is Jeremy sucking off Jeff while Ethan fucks him in the butt?
It doesn't matter.
And that's what I can't decide.
Jeremy's taking it either way.
I think Jeff is sucking off Ethan while you're fucking him in the butt. I think that's just like logistically, physically works. Just
anyway, folks, thanks for watching.
It's a really smelly vagina.
Give me a beer.
Scott Murdoch's like, Jesse, you're having subtle hints now talking about 3-ways. Yes, me, Jeff, and all of the internet, please. Who's the third person?
That's a 7 billion way.
What three-way am I dropping?
Who's the
hints
third
about?
man? It's all good.
It's all just what? Anyway, this sounds like a Cecil. Where is Cecil? He'll be a great addition to the stream.
Message him.
Mm.
He's I'll message him right now. Keep
Do
going.
it.
So we were talking about bad villains. So we went from Thor: The Dark World, and we agreed Alexander Pierce was legit. That was 2014. Ronan the Accuser, we agreed, was kind of dumb, right? Just, That takes us to Ultron. Ultron's probably the most controversial one. I don't like Ultron at all. I fucking hate the way that he got no strings to hold me down and all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, Caitlin says Dr. Steven is the third. No. Sweetie, no. Logan, Michael, and Evan Glass says Ethan doesn't eat butt, he eats pie. I agreed. Nowhere in this three-way is he eating butt. Also, like, eating ass is, like, not a normal thing that regular people do.
Don't talk, my friend Loudy. Never mind, I'll tell you later.
You have friends who like eating ass?
He's getting me. I'll tell you off air. I don't want to.
That's fine. He's not normal.
No, he's not.
Jesse is shipping Jeremy and Ethan. No, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what's happening. You're twisting my words. Stop putting words in my mouth. Obi-Wan says this entertainment value is on par with Driving Miss Anna, but is totally your own version. Love this. I foresee a high demand in the future.
If only we were closer. The chemistry's only in the same room.
Only. Yes. We have never streamed together remotely, so that's not a valid statement.
That's not true. You were on the High Council.
Oh, right. That doesn't
Multiple
count. That's
times.
not like, no, you and I have never done like an us stream remotely. We can find out. We can find out. We'll find out if it still works. We're in completely different places, and I can't hit Jeff when
I can push her.
Yeah, no. That was unexpected. I was not ready for that.
You never are.
It's
like
usually
Spanish
not.
Inquisition.
Anyway,
I sent a message to Cecil.
Clustoric says no answer to my question. What was your question? You said what was Clustoric's question?
Clustoric said the Power Ranger helmet. So I think you wait. Go down.
No. He said one. It was like wait.
You passed it already.
I did.
Yeah. Stop. It's the $5 green. We'll go down. There you
yeah.
Go. So what do we think about the?
Oh, MCU movies after Endgame being 5+ years.
Are they though? Because
I am way too much. Oh yeah, we never answered the question. We just started talking about moonshine.
Moonshine and logistics. Is it 5 years though?
Well,
Logan Michael sent me a Twitter message.
I mean, if you started talking about the blip period.
Yeah.
The blip period.
It's the same time frame as Captain America and Iron Man have died like just a few weeks prior. Because they talk about the funeral.
No,
so,
I think it's I don't. I think he's talking about specifically MCU movies after Endgame, like the 5 years that we skipped in Endgame.
Oh,
yeah. We were talking about the other stream a little bit. I think it'd be really interesting to explore that time frame within the MCU, possibly not even as a superhero film. Jason M now wants the Jesse and Jeff show, so
do it.
Also, Shmuley Gross says, "Are either of you excited for Frozen 2?" I am.
Never seen one. I think we'd be better than there's this one called Comic Book Girl 19. I feel like our show would be better.
Than Comic Book Girl 19?
She's got like 100,000 subscribers.
I'm very well aware of Comic Book Girl 19.
I like her, but I feel like
she's a legend.
Well, her and her robot pale in comparison to the
us.
two of us. Because I can do this and look at a robot the whole time.
Gotcha. All right. Should have got to listen to the commute. Good seeing you. Thank you. The popular delusions and madness of crowds. I just failed at English. Okay. Sometimes my brain stops working. So we're on my stream now. Okay. The thing you have to understand about my channel is that all of this work you do to like look and sound and seem professional.
Seem is the right word for me.
Exactly. Does not exist on a Jesse live stream.
Jesse, I watched your live stream. I was on one the other night.
You were?
Yes, with Fugba.
Fugba!
Dr. Stephen Prostitute, who's a very nice guy.
He's
the captain, who's very nice. And then that was it, right? No one else was on the stream?
Fugba, the captain, Dr. Stephen Prostitute, you and me. Ooh, Darth Common came later.
He's cool.
He is cool. I
can't believe he lives right by me.
Yeah? Nice. He's a Sensi boy?
Yeah.
You guys should chill. Drink the drinks.
Maybe. We'll probably just talk about you for like 5 minutes, then realize we have other stuff in common. Happy. I'm
surprised you're talking about me for 5 whole minutes. Sven Sandstrom!
Hey, there he is.
For God's sake, do not call your show the JJ Show. I wasn't going to.
I take that down.
Did you? Is that what you did? Thanks. Anthony Scioli says, I thought Brad was the bathroom kid from Homecoming. Maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I watched it one time. I have it on Blu-ray. I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I don't like that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its merit,
fine.
but it's not the classic Spider-Man.
I will say it got me. Like I did not expect.
You mean like got you like emotionally?
No, in terms of the him being her dad.
That was cool because in the comic, Adrian Toomes was a very old man who kind of just pissed his life away and then creates that as at an old age.
Pushing away. Oh, Gideon Larson subscribed to me on YouTube. Whoever that
I've been
is,
getting
thanks.
emails like that all the time.
Right? So that's the thing is I was not for a long time. I think I told them not
Years.
to. And now I get them every fucking day.
Yeah, I say thank you to people who subscribe to the channel.
I do like when people subscribe to my channel.
Look at our thumbnail.
That's
I'm
excellent.
screenshotting that. I look so skeptical.
A+ thumbnail. What is happening? Wants fourth row down. Want to know. We are talking about Spider-Man and other things.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I love how Dr. Steven refused to call anything other than Spooderman.
It's true. He was committed.
Spooderman. Also, he started to get drunk enough that he was just shouting in the theater a little bit.
That one drink. Oh, he had 2 drinks.
No, he had 2 zombies at dinner.
Oh.
And the tall beer. And he possibly drank before we started hanging out. I don't know.
He did. He had mimosas and something else with stuff.
All right, because they were doing mimosas all. Yeah. So this is Dr. Steve Ross.
You were busy working, and I made a video that day. Shit.
Good for you. A+ work. A+ work.
Jesse Jeff, just like DJ Jazzy Jeff. Don't mind me.
Jesse Jeff. Vetoed. Obi-Wan says you should do the show with a big bottle of Jameson and call the show JJ Jameson show.
I kind of like that.
That works.
We should have bought Jameson, but that's not really a 4th of July drink.
It's not.
That's a Irish
That's
whiskey.
a
St. Patty's Day whiskey.
Also, if we were doing a bottle of Jameson for our shows, I would die faster. I love it, but I would die sooner. Sorry, talk words. I'm gonna text people.
Okay, so we were talking about our villains. We're trying to go through Ultron, meh. 2016 Civil War. Who's the bad guy? I say Iron Man's the bad guy in the film. Would you say Captain America's the bad guy in Civil War? I know people say it was Zemo, but I think
Cap's the bad guy.
I think Iron Man's the
Cap's
true
the
bad
bad
guy.
guy.
He's a piece of shit.
Cap's the bad guy. Cap is in the wrong. My friend who is like the most moral person is 100% devoted to Captain America. Left that movie being like, Cap is bad.
Iron Man is bad. He paid for his sins.
Batman,
2016. What else came out? We tried Ant-Man. He's forgettable.
The Ant-Man villains are good. The Ant-Man villains are good.
Good enough.
Acceptable.
What else came out in 2016 besides Civil War?
Your mom.
Doctor Strange. Pretty good. We had Dormammu. We had Baron Mordo.
Oh yeah, those were good.
We also had 2017 would have been Guardians 2 and Spider-Man Far From Home or Homecoming. Those were decent villains. I really liked Ego, the Living Planet. I thought he was pretty cool. And then we had 2018 would have been Thanos. He's the best, obviously. And then we had Ant-Man and the Wasp, which Ghost and Lawrence Fishburne.
Fine
is right. Passable.
Fine.
Yeah.
I just feel like they had this movie, which is they had everything they needed. Everything they needed to make him a really, really good villain, and they just did like the bare bones version and took out everything you needed to make him rich and relatable and fun and delightful. Logan, Michael, and Pops. I wanted to cry when I saw Batman '89. Pop gay. Sorry, pop gay.
I like the way you read that.
It's in capitals. You have to yell.
It's true. I always yell "Party boob," but even though it's not in capitals.
Yelling is important on my channel.
I know we got to play your screaming game tonight.
We have to play Space Team. Space.
Should we play it now?
Like on the stream. Been there, done that.
Messed around. You're having fun. Don't put you down.
I've played Space Team on the stream. They turned the freaking.
I was reading that. I really look, and I know a lot of people don't like certain things, but I thought it was kind of smart to make J. Jonah Jameson like
it is
Alex Jones.
It's a smart move. The controversial element is how much do you want to publicly honor Alex Jones as a person?
I hate to say it, it's now in this film. He is now,
he's part of the MCU now.
It just works though with the way. I guess so newspapers aren't really a thing anymore. Because J. Jonah Jameson was always a rich newspaper publisher who had certain views.
That was the thing.
If you want to make him relevant, and I do like classic Spider-Man, I'll take other J. Jonah Jameson, especially like the humor element. Mm-hmm. But this one does make him part of the conversation because of, I think, in a way. I'm not comparing us to Alex Jones, but it compares like internet personalities in general.
Mhm.
And I think it builds them up with this movie.
I mean, yeah. Again, the one issue is just the only issue, because all the other things, story wise, plot wise, idea wise, relevancy, social commentary wise, all positive. The only thing is like, let's face it, at the end of the day, Alex Jones is a piece of shit human being, and is it right or good to build him up in the public eye? And I am fine with it, because people should be able to make up their own mind, and the reality is most people are stupid and will make up their own mind. That's fine. Well, yeah. Anthony Shirley says, wasn't Betty Ned's girlfriend Jameson's secretary in the comic? Yeah, we talked about that in your
my stream. Yeah. So Betty Brant did date Peter Parker. She was older, just like in the Sam Raimi films. She was a little older.
Yeah.
I'm Peter Parker. I'm a photographer. I know. That's such an awkward scene to watch.
So that's the whole thing with so now we get to where we are with the motivation for the villain, and the motivation is, fuck Tony Stark, he snubbed me, so I'm going to make myself a bigger hero than he ever was by killing a lot of people so people will like
me. Did he even snub him because Tony Stark paid him $600 million?
But he called his technology barf, so it was like the saddest slight.
It really was kind of.
It was a it was a weak slight, and the whole thing is like, when you are slighted by something like that, like a good villain motivation in that situation is like, oh, you insult, you made me look stupid. My revenge will be to make you look more stupid. So his whole thing was like, oh, well, you got to be the hero. I'm going to prove I can be the bigger hero by... It just doesn't... It's like... There's no reason... If we dig deeper into his backstory, maybe there's a reason he wants to be the bigger hero. But the whole... It just felt really shallow, because it was like, I want to get back at Tony Stark, and I'm going to do that by hurting people with my technology. And then I want to prey on the greater societal idea. People will believe the truth, which is where your allegorical element comes in, because that was, and I think the MCU for the most part has done a decent job of throwing allegorical elements in. And the one in this one is this idea of the veracity of information. I'm going to put it into like a thematic bubble. The veracity of information. How do we trust it? And what our job as consumers are. I don't get into that side of it so much, but like that's the whole thing. It's like, this is the truth. Now it is the truth. I believe the truth. I buy the truth. Whether the truth is real doesn't matter anymore. This is something you're seeing pop up a lot in a lot of, actually even sci-fi as well, as a point of discussion, is, does the truth matter? Or if enough people believe something, does it just become true? And the reality is, we're living in a society where that's the case, where if enough people believe something, the veracity of it doesn't matter. It is now true. That's the nature of knowledge now. Knowledge is not based on any tried and true method of learning and collating information into something logical. We have a new way of knowing now, and that's consensus. If you ever studied epistemology, this will all make sense to you. We have various ways of knowing. They're based on science, on history, on language, on all these different ways. And our new way of knowing that's happened because of the age of technology, because you can poll so many people at once, you can get the court of public opinion. Our new way of knowing is consensus. And consensus is a terrible way to know things, because humans are stupid and I hate them. Orbital said 1990 Goat says, any news on Venom crossing paths with Tom Holland?
There is nothing mentioned at all in this movie.
No science fiction out of that here.
This isn't, there's no Disney anything in this. This is a Sony picture, Amy Pascal picture, but it probably is going to happen in the future. I didn't see Venom, did you?
I did, finally, on an airplane.
Is he a
eventually.
bad guy, or is he kind of like an anti-hero?
No, he becomes an anti-hero.
Okay.
He starts as a villain, he becomes an anti-hero because of the way he ultimately meshes with Sexy Mickey, Tom Hardy.
I've never heard him describe that one.
Sexy Mickey. Yeah, and as a that movie has a pacing problem. They spend way too much time on Tom Hardy's backstory and not enough time on the relationship between his character and Venom. As a Venom story, it's terrible. It makes no sense as like a Venom story.
Do you know how Venom becomes Venom in the books?
Yes.
Okay, because it's way cooler.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially when he finds out the suit's living and tries to kill him in his sleep. Well, he wears Spider-Man's body. He goes on his sleep. It's really cool.
Yeah.
We'll never get that. That's kind of stuff that bothers me.
That is sad. So that's the whole thing. It's disappointing as a Venom origin. However, where they get to, the place they get to with the Venom character and inhabiting Tom Hardy and all that, it becomes good. In terms of like what it is, like if you took this outside of the universe, outside of its history and which I don't understand why they do things like this. Like there are so many movies that would really be good if you didn't try to recontextualize it as a retelling of an existing story. So I wouldn't be opposed to that just because I love Tom Hardy and I love it's fun to watch. Like when you get the teamwork between, Venom the creature and Venom and the Tom Hardy character, it's a lot of fucking fun. So I'm not opposed to that coming into the Tom Holland storyline. I just don't know how they would, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be mad because this Venom is not a good Venom. So.
Okay, because we haven't had a good Venom on screen yet.
Darth Vlog says, "Shout out, please." There you go, Darth Vlog. So if you wants to know my PO box, Caitlin, Keeper of the Jeremys, if you want to drop that in the thing, it's there. It's almost that they shouldn't have made a Venom without Spider-Man in it. Mimi,
he
stop
didn't go to medical
the laser.
The Alan Parsons Project joke gets me every time.
I always love Moon Unit Alpha and Moon Unit Zappa.
I love that one. That second Austin Powers is great.
Oh my God, yes. I met someone today, fun fact, whose name is Nevaeh, which is heaven spelled backwards. And that was because her mom's mom was like, you should name your daughter Heaven and have her middle name be Lee, and that'll be Heavenly. And her mom was like, my daughter will not be a stripper, thank you. And spelled heaven backwards. I was like, this sounds cool. And it kind of does, I guess. I don't think that shit's stupid, but Macy Van Dusen says, gotta go now. Love you, Jesse. See you soon. I hope you will, Macy. You're the shit. Macy's sent me Firefly shirts, and they're cool.
The show I've never seen.
Yeah. Jeff has never seen Firefly, by the way.
No.
Why? Sorry, Jeef. I forgot. I keep forgetting that you're Jeef on here.
Oh yeah, Jeef.
Jeef.
I forgot I was too.
Jeef.
I'll accept the name.
Reasonable. It's a name.
Yeah. What is a name?
What's in a name? A rose, that which we call by name.
Jeff still have a problem with high school Spidey. Yes, I do. Get that dude out of there. It worked in this movie.
It did.
Because he wasn't in high school. He was on a summer vacation.
She's still a stripper name. Nevaeh is not a stripper name, is it? Have you ever met a stripper named Nevaeh?
No, I've never even heard of the name Nevaeh.
It's a name. Thank you, Zoe B. Firefly is so good!
Jeff was in Firefly? He played a Reaver?
He would have. It's fine. Just make Firefly references that Jeff won't get. It'd be fun for me.
What's your favorite drunk food?
Have you ever drunk food? Whole dill pickles. That's a good one because it has salt in it. It'll stave off the hangovers.
Obi-Wan, if you want to send me Firefly after I watch Lord of the Rings, I'll watch it.
My favorite drunk food is yes. My favorite drunk food is food.
I can't do chicken tenders when drunk.
Really?
I puke.
Ooh,
I'll tell you that story later.
I'm sorry.
That calzone did us right though.
I haven't watched Firefly the movie, but Firefly freaking best space cow is also the calzone saved my life. Yeah. I can see Jeff loving it and say everything is good, not to fret. Does he have a bonnet? I swear by this pretty floral bonnet, I will end you. Now we're making Firefly references. Good point. Star Wars is dead. Firefly is ideal for you to watch.
But didn't Firefly die after one season?
Shh. If anyone wants to make, and for a good reason. It's never coming back for a good reason. I made a very controversial video talking about how it is a good thing that we will never have more Firefly. As much as it pains me and as much as I would want more Firefly, it is pure and perfect. It is perfect the way it is. Yeah.
Erased your existence.
Huh? Yeah. Firefly was the first canceled show to get its own $24 million budget movie. There you go. 6 season movie. Fuck that. 1 season. And the first movie shot in HD, by the way. First movie ever shot in HD.
Out?
Sometime. So
I thought Attack of the Clones was the first movie shot on digital and HD.
Serenity might have been before. So Attack of the Clones, what year was Attack of the Clones?
02.
02. No.
Maybe we're saying two different things.
Because there's shot in HD and there's released in HD. Um,
I just know Attack of the Clones was like the first digital movie because remember how Lucas had to have theaters.
maybe that. But I thought because it was also because there's filmed in HD, there's shot in HD, and there's released in HD, and you can shoot in HD and
Down.
what?
Yeah, downscale.
Yeah, and you can also you can go the other direction with the right equipment. But yeah, I'm fairly certain Serenity was the first movie that was shot in HD. Yeah, Attack of the Clones was the first digital. I'm pretty sure Serenity was the first movie shot in HD. No, he's not seen Lord of the Rings or Firefly at the end.
That guy, I know him.
He's a good dude.
From the Philippines.
Serenity also has an incredible opening sequence. It's or after the cold open sequence after the credits. It's a several minutes. I want to say like almost a 10-minute 2 shots. It would be a single shot, but they couldn't build the whole. They built the set in 2 levels. Which, by the way, fun fact, it is that set. It's the space set at Laurel Canyon Studios, and it is not that much money to rent and film there. I own a movie called Crossbreed, which I went to the premiere of, which is you would like this movie.
Thank you.
Also, probably St. Agatha. You because you're I don't know if you specifically would, but your people would like it because you guys are in the horror shit. I think you like Crossbreed. I think you would definitely like Crossbreed. I don't know if you like St. Agatha, but anyway, saw these 2 premieres. And,
yes, I still have Netflix.
Yes. So, anyways, Crossbreed, great movie. Shot a scene of it, a few scenes on Serenity, and that's cool. Obi-Wan says, Jeff, if you watch Firefly, you'll wonder how Joss Whedon got so fucking lame. Brown coats for life! Joss Whedon would not ruin any continuing of Firefly with current mindset in politics. Probably. It's unfortunately true. Well, it's a hard thing to say, though, because has Joss Whedon bought into these things because he believes them, or has he bought into them because he thinks it's good for his career? Thunder Robot says, you'd think the Beck team would have sued Stark Industries first. After all, they had a solid case. You would think. No. Why would you sue somebody when you could just exact your revenge by becoming a fake superhero?
It's not like it's a comic book blunt. You would need, if you wanted to do it in the courtroom, you need to hire Matt Murdock. That would make a big crossover. Beck Industries is suing Stark Industries. Matt Murdock is the lawyer. And what was the lady's name?
That'd be a cool way to bring that up.
That'd be awesome. He should have brought it. He's really good.
He's fucking solid.
He's the best Daredevil. Sorry, Ben Affleck.
Oh.
Well, not sorry, Ben Affleck.
Not sorry. Not sorry at all. I'm also going to go pee in a toilet again.
Will you grab me another beer in the back?
I will do that.
Read the super chat from Thunder Robots. Oh, you just read that.
That's what we just read.
Sorry.
Also, you have to do the thing that everyone has to do when I go is you have to make all 134 of them go away. Figure it out. Make them go away. It's kind of the way.
So let me tell you the story of my uncle. That'll get people to leave. I'm glad it didn't have a Stan Lee cameo, but I did love the Stan Lee Steve Ditko signature memorial thing. If you're a Spider-Man guy like me, you'll know that for many years Stan Lee got all the credit, but in the movies they always said Stan Lee and Steve Ditko type of thing. So it's too nerdy and boring to talk about on this stream. But you can look up the history of the creation of Spider-Man. There's lawsuits. It's interesting. There's confusion. Early days of Marvel are just kind of like, hey, I got an idea. I'll put it in this book, and then I never got paid for it type of thing. So it was the Wild West in terms of ideas. Stan Lee did get a lot of unjust credit, but at the same time, he did do a lot of work. So I love Stan Lee. Let's see. Jeff can handle those little beers. Get him a bottle. Yeah, Jesus or Jesus. I do need another beer. A big bottle of beer. Strong beer. Uncle Jack's story. Yeah, I can tell you a story about Uncle Jack. Don't look at my hands. I fucking love Uncle Jack. Fantastic show. One of your listeners is quoting It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Cool.
I know. I've been trying to convince Jessie to watch it since she loves that
I'm
scene
not
so much.
opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I've seen episodes. I like it. I'm not opposed.
Would you grab me another one, please?
Yeah, do a preference.
Voodoo Ranger. I'd like something stronger.
Yeah.
That's 9%. What are you going for? Try it. It's you know what it is. So yeah, try it. I like it. It's strong. If you pound a couple of those, yeah, it's not a problem for me. It'll make the Schmitz taste better.
It will. Alcohol makes all food taste better.
I kind of agree with that in a serious way.
No, that's actually I was not kidding.
And opens your palate more.
Yeah. Also, beyond that, fucking weed. This is why I can't. Even if I was going to be a person who was going to like get high all the time, I couldn't because it would be 8,000 pounds. I would become the size of Jeff. Let's put it that way. And that's not acceptable because Jeff is like many inches taller than me, a man. And
I'd say almost a foot. You're what, 5'7"?
5'7".
Yeah, I'm 11 inches taller.
That's a lot of inches taller than me.
I'm bigger than most people. Like when people meet me in person, especially at Celebration, they're just like, oh.
Man, food tastes so fucking good when you're drinking.
Well, I'm expecting this to taste amazing.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Sandstrom. Have to go, but wanted to give my congrats to Jeff for passing 125,000 subs. Woo! Steve Dicko rock. Did we miss any other ones?
No, I read them all.
Cool.
There was none. So.
There was none. Lies. Anthony Shirley says, I hate how they did She-Venom. In comics, she goes on a murder spree ending in a mental break. In Venom, she kills goons and looks shocked for 6 seconds.
I don't even like when they do like spin-offs of regular popular characters. Like, so they did all these siblings. By the way, we got that was tweeted at us. That's your screenshot of the night.
That's even better than yours. I love it.
I'm gonna say that to my personal. I like your audience.
My audience is the best. My audience is the best.
Write about it later.
Yeah. Physically, like wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just push you off a frame.
Fighting.
Go. Are we trying this?
Are you pushing me out of frame?
Yeah.
Is this happening? Okay. I'm still in frame. You're just maybe more in frame.
I mean, do you really want to push you off
Zoe
frame?
Beanie 31 says, if you guys watch Steel Magnolia's best movie, I actually have never seen that movie.
Many years ago, my grandma
I've heard
watched
it's a really good movie.
Who first off frame wins, right?
No, this is just me trying to stay on frame. I'm not trying to retaliate.
Okay.
Oh, you're in a wheelie chair.
And you're off frame! Damn it.
Ha, you were almost off frame. Oh, knee skin.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Here.
Skin me. 1 second. Putting beer on skin me. So much better.
She got hurt.
This is the thing I do as I fight my friends all the time.
Anyway.
Case in point, what you just witnessed. Another friend of mine, we were talking about things. We were just fighting for fun. It was actually, so the thing I was saying earlier, it was really good to like have the experience of someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, so they don't anticipate what you're gonna do. So I was like, Chris put me in a bear hug from the front, arms caught, and so he just is gonna do what he naturally would do in the situation, which is he's much taller than I am. He went around, grabbed me, lifted, and the first couple times I was like, oh shit, this is what they're emphasizing in my class is like. Base in space, you got to base right the fuck away. If you don't base right away, you get lifted up and drop in your head. What?
First off, they called me the trash man. Thank you. The maniac loves you. Also, Logan Michael says, that's not wrestling. That's a great South Park episode. I get called onto the giant all the time. I'll accept it.
Anyway, so.
Did you ever show your audience your drawing?
Oh, I don't have to show my audience.
Yeah. So Jesse is a fantastic artist.
Thank you. The best. Yeah, I was inspired because of everyone else drawing around me, so I wanted to draw something. I do this. I think we should get a. Where? Oh. I think that we should just this was a simple Y or N if this is or is not a great likeness of Jeff. Simple Y or N in the chat. Y for yes, N for no, in case you're stupid. Is this or is this not an excellent likeness of the man? Trevor Rice, this is the second Jeff has ever looked. Wait, are you talking about that pose he just made or this picture? Because
I'm trying to make sure everyone knows.
Zoe B says,
oh, sorry, this man.
Oh, wait, holy shit, I just realized Zoe's Zoe. I talked to my friend Zoe today, and she's like, I'll follow you on the internet. Hi, Zoe! You sent a super chat, didn't you, earlier? That's cool. I did not realize that that was who that was. I made the connection now. And I'm so proud of you being an awesome fencer and now done with Summer Nationals. Logan, my gosh, that
yes! Oh my god, these
looks
people
like
are
a
on
sex
point right now.
Thunder Robot says Fury wasn't in Infinity War and that explains Pager. Yes. Yes.
Wait, what?
What? Fury wasn't in Infinity War and that explains Pager.
That was the real Nick Fury.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, Thunder Robots.
Question.
That is a good question.
Good
Please
question.
send that question or statement or comment on one of the podcasts with the other guys from the channel because I'd like to ask them.
Is that
Really
no, not that badly. Just a
I feel bad.
just like medium badly.
Okay, so that's still okay enough to be friends.
What? Yes. It's still plenty enough to be friends.
Okay, just checking.
Sometimes friends. Oh, dead on, Jesse. Thank you, Reese. Reese is an Eagles fan.
So we said that should be the High Council every time. You should draw all the High Council members.
I should. That should be your thumbnail every single week. I'll draw. You know what I'll do is I'll do 3 different renderings, right?
And then we'll have Ethan ink them, and so they'll look good.
There you go. It'll be a different person in the middle for each one, right? Depending on who's hosting which week. And then there'll be the visual of Jeremy sucking up the stick while getting pegged by you.
Jeremy, I am sorry if you ever see this stream. It's not my idea. It's the audience's idea.
This was not my idea either.
Don't blame Jesse.
Don't blame Jesse. Hashtag don't blame Jesse. That should be a real hashtag. This is a thing that happened. Even so, remember the conversation I was telling you I was having earlier with the referees regarding titty bugging and all this stuff? I got blamed for the entire conversation. Everyone blamed me.
Hashtag don't tell Harry.
All these white middle-aged men just blamed me for all their problems.
I love your descriptors. White, middle-aged.
My white middle-aged men. David would be very, very sad if I described as middle-aged. He is 40 now, actually.
I guess we're up against a couple other streams.
Are we? They can die.
Yeah, this is the only time. Well, we might get drunk and stream tomorrow together, to be honest.
That's true.
That's probably going to happen.
I was thinking about it. We're going to stream on the 4th of July, aren't we?
We should do an actual competing stream. Like, we're literally right next to each other. Just kind of crazy.
We should, except that'll be like, 5,000 viewers to 3. But that's fine.
Who cares? That's not true. 16, I have some people that like videos and live streaming. I have more people that watch videos than live streaming.
My live streams are more fun than anyone else's live streams. So.
See, I'm a good morning pop culture guy. By the way, I need to give you guys.
Yeah, you're not drunk in the morning, so.
I have been.
Like got drunk in the morning, or just woke up still drunk.
I've gotten drunk in the morning many times.
Reasonable. I get drunk in the morning during football season every Sunday.
But like we talked the other night, we both have the same rule: never drink alone.
Kermit the Log says I would stay on Jesse's channel. I want to clarify that me in a room with the live stream happening, drinking for super chats does not count as me drinking alone.
Fair enough. Hundreds of people are watching.
That's right. And we're interacting. Winning Jeremy. Ooh, that's a new one. Winning Jeremy says, no winning today, my PP is
Cheers, not winning Jeremy, or winning Jeremy.
I like that winning Jeremy has not an above average beam. Also, we are going to have to go because we have to meet Bridget at Schmidt's.
Is she there?
No, but she will be because I told her to be.
You have to get the lift ready. Because I can't drive.
Ooh, I have to do that. I forgot to do that.
So I will see if there's anything else in the chat. I look like a young James Earl Jones, but then I also have a better face than James Earl Jones. Thank you. So now, if I had a voice of James Earl Jones.
Is there a Lyft in this city?
Yeah, there's Uber. It's Columbus, Ohio.
Lyft's better. I don't know. We're in the Midwest. Nothing's real here.
Not true. We're better than Detroit.
You're real.
And then you're Confirmed. Real, too. Let's see what your forehead looks like. Oh, my God. Shine right now.
It's because I'm all greasy and shaking. Crappy humidity. Do you see the scar, though? You see that little scar?
Are you Harry Potter?
No, I dropped myself on the head as a child.
You dropped yourself on your head as a child?
No, I was jumping out of bed. I fell off, cracked my head open. One of my earliest memories is being 3 years old, sitting in a sink surrounded by my own blood. Explains a lot.
J.D. Sutton says Jeff Moonraker is the second best James Bond movie. No!
Don't make Jeff angry. I might die by accident.
Yeah, she might get caught in the wave.
He might go on a crazy rampage and I will just get crushed. Like if he stands up abruptly now, I can flip over and die.
That's true. I don't want to stand up. I don't want you to die because you're a fun drinking partner.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a good rest of the night.
I know.
It's so early.
Darth Cum wants me to buy me a drink later.
It's fine. Aren't we going to the shitty dive bar?
Yes.
I'm not going to say on air because somebody might find us.
Don't stalk us. Also, I put in my phone as Darth Matt Bush Cum.
That's too many words.
A lot of words.
So, Motel 6 looks very similar to a room I stayed in last month. I, too, have been drunk in the morning. That's why Brian Shear gets the big super chats.
Jen Eric, thank you for the super chat. This is not a Motel 6. It's a Motel 7.
8.
Oh, Jeffrey Hickleberry. We got Jeffrey Hickleberry here.
It is me, your evil twin.
Welcome,
Jeffrey. Well, Jeffrey Hickleberry. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am master.
It's funny because you said that at the end of your live stream. Now you're saying at the end of mine.
We've come full circle. The circle is now complete. There we go. Let's see. Austin Powers is the second best James Bond movie.
Accurate?
That hurts my fucking feelings.
Oh, sweetie. It's okay.
Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat.
Yeah.
Wow. The craziest one ever, and I've said the word, booby trap backwards is party boob, and that's our rap.
Oh, okay. I see.
I think one of our listeners came up with it. I can't remember. But
my favorite one ever is go hang a salami backwards is I'm a lasagna hug.
That's kind of cute. Yes, Painkiller Studios. I will make more toy videos. So I'm actually going to put out a lot of content in this month because I'm essentially got a couple pages of this comic thing to just tighten up. Like I said, I put out pages to the colors. I got to get it lettered, printed, and then I got a shipping party that I'm planning to do. And so you guys will see that live stream. That'll be a lot of fun.
We got to go because this car's gonna be here in like 2 minutes.
Is it really that close?
Yeah.
All right, it's your stream. End it.
Bye, bitches. You're awesome. This has been the Holy Court of the God Empress.
Subscribe to World Class Bullshitters.
That's been Jeff. Do that. Press the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you give that a lot of oppression.
You have 122 to 119 watching. They like you. I probably have 7 likes.
Oppress your stream, really? Come on. Bruce Lombardo, thank you for the super chat. Peter Schreiber is the only name in Star Wars.
Schweighofer.
Well, it's appropriate because we go drink German food.
We're gonna drink German food.
We're gonna drink German food. We drink German food.
Yes.
Drinking the German food. 1, 2, 3. That means
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You missed Fem 4. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4.
No, it's
1,
1, 2, 3.
5, 4.
No, there's no Fem. There's no 5, 4, 8, 9, 10.
5, 4. Okay. All right. Cool. You guys are great. This is my face. I'm getting raped now. I'm dying. I'm getting rooted. This is chloroform in here. Goodbye.